Uh-oh. Come on. You gotta stop this guy before he really gets going.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
What it is, what it ain't, what it do, what up?
Yeah.
We back. We took a little hiatus.
Hey, it be that way sometimes, but hey, we ain't gonna do that to you no more. My fault.
No, we took a break.
Life happens.
Exactly.
Wrestling still goes on. Man.
Welcome to the Looow Down. It's your boy CJ with Jay
real
Blink.
Quick, my bad.
Go
Speaking
ahead.
of Looow Down, just because I'm thinking about it, shout out to D'Lo Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Him and Draws got a photo op together, and 20 years ago, bro powerbomb bro and paralyzed him for life.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
I'm really gonna say why you laughing, bro.
That's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's just like it takes 20 years to get a photo op after you paralyze somebody.
Well, no, they taking pictures together.
Oh, like a Comic-Con?
Yeah, they go at a wrestling convention. They gonna be taking pictures together for fans.
Oh, okay.
So they gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Okay.
that's dude being a bigger person because you paralyzed me, bro. I don't want to see you ever in life.
No, man.
He
Well,
flipped off the turnbuckle trying to give him a power bomb.
And it just didn't. Yeah, you know what? But Draws was dope. Well, before we even get into any of that, welcome to the Looow Down Pro Wrestling Podcast, where we are the podcast is for. Hey, babe, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah,
We have an unwelcome visitor.
unwelcome visitors. Yeah, a podcast for the fans by the fans.
It's like when one of them wrestlers you don't really like invade the match, and we're very unhappy to have her right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna hit her in the back.
Might put a little audio in there. Pop. Yeah, we've been gone for a minute. We had to handle some business, handle some logistics. You know, life happened and things that are the third. We still early in it, so we getting some kinks out, working on some formats. But we're not going to deprive you of good podcasting, especially talking about the world of wrestling. It's going to be kind of, we're going to try something different today. We're not going to really go through the whole shows. I know we had Raw, Smackdown. We're not even going to play catch up from where we last left off, but episode 2 was a good episode if you just want some good, funny, comedic guy talk. But we now in the age of new wrestlers coming in. It's like mini TNA now, you know. AJ Styles, WWE champion, running on having one of the longest reigns in the modern era. He's catching up a little bit behind CM Punk. Bobby Lashley's now in, and he's in the main roster spot. We got Bobby Roode, who was a TNA original. Glorious Bobby Roode. They need to turn him heel. It's just looking good for Raw and SmackDown right now. Braun Strowman finally grew into his own. He's the monster in the bank now.
My guy needs to be the champion.
He needs to be, but you know they got him on a path with Kevin Owens going on right now. Shout out to Kevin Owens. Extreme Rules, bro. The Mick Foley spot from the top of the cage onto
Kevin
the
Owens been my favorite wrestler since I first saw bro.
Yeah, man. That
first time I seen dude, like I rock with this fat dude in a t-shirt and basketball shorts.
Yeah, man. He had his first match in WWE and NXT against CJ Parker, who we now know as Juice Robinson, the IWGP US champion right now. Apron powerbombed his best friend. That's how he's been on his way ever since. But just honorable mentions to Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman. They got a good program going on. And now coming up at SummerSlam, Braun versus Kevin. If Braun loses in any form or fashion, he could lose his money in the bank to Kevin Owens.
Braun Strowman lose money in the bank, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed off because the last person that lost money in the bank was
Baron Corbin.
I don't call him Constable. I'll call him Constipated. I like, bro.
Yeah.
Constipated Corbin. What I do gotta say about bro, I want to shout out to him for cutting his hair.
Woo!
It was terrible, bro. I think on the last one I said like let it go, and he listened to me, so I respect that because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I ain't really got a full head of hair myself, but at the same time, bro, you gotta know when to cut it, man.
It's easier to respect him too, because he ain't trying to hold on to something that's been gone for a very long time.
Hats next. Get him a little fedora or something.
Get him a little paperboy hat on the front.
Hey, he gave Finn Balor a little toy house. I thought that was funny.
The Finn Fun House. The Finn Fun House. And Finn tried to make it his own, but it was like, no, it's still embarrassing, bro.
I think you deserve your own locker room. It had a little bitty ass.
Let me see it. It's
Lego house. I was dying. That was funny. I ain't seen that the whole time, bro. I was in tears. Pulled him out the locker room. They was carrying his stuff. He like, damn, bro, ain't that my suitcase?
It sure is.
So. Bro, his leather jacket like, hey, man, that's my stuff. We were told to move it. Move it where? You have your own locker room.
Show me.
Bro had a red playhouse. Oh, that's foul.
And he was standing there. He was clean, too.
Was there looking like Clifford the Big Red Dog. Bro, that was foul. That was foul.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Baron Corbin for that one. That was hilarious.
Constable Corbin, Constipated Corbin. Yeah, man. The haircut was much needed. We appreciate y'all. Y'all listen, and we appreciate you guys for listening.
I said Big Cass was Big Trash. He up out of there.
Hey, yeah. You know what? And as we recap, you know, as they cut some weight, Big Cass, you know, he was an unnecessary call. We didn't need him on SmackDown. He didn't do nothing. Daniel Bryan was wasting his time over there, you know, messing with Big Cass. But we'll touch on SmackDown. We're gonna get through Raw real quick. We're gonna touch on the obvious big news. We'll leave that at the end. We went through Kevin Owens. We had the Kevin Owens thing. Where am I? Sasha Banks and Bayley, the worst feud in wrestling history right now. I don't know what's going on. We've been going through the Sasha Banks and Bayley back and forth for what about maybe 6 months, 6 to 8 months.
Wasting my time.
They going back and forth.
They're gonna fight. I like to watch old wrestling clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Macho Man and Hulk Hogan was the best of friends, and these dudes were the worst of enemies. Like,
the Mega Powers.
Serious problems.
The Mega Powers,
like,
yeah.
But because they so close, they beef could be tight. Because they friends, it could be like a personal thing. But
yeah, they're not doing it right.
Well,
you know what though?
It's just weird. Like, I'm cool. If we gonna fight. I don't want to ever see you and be cool with you.
Right. Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer was talking on their on the Wrestling Observer, and they brought up a very interesting point. I don't know if you remember the Owen Hart's Bret Hart feud, where Bret said he'll never fight Owen. And they were getting into it, and it's kind of similar to that, the Bret and Owen feud, where it's like, well, I'll never fight you, no matter what the issue is. Mm-hmm. And then they got back together. There was a little stint on, and it was on Monday Night Raw, where Bret and Owen, they tagged again, and then, you know, Bret did something stupid, pissed Owen off, and Owen turned on him. Now, if this is how we gonna go, then let's do it. But I can't tell if they're trying to save the Sasha, if it's going to be such, because I'm not going to sit here and say like I know, or I'm a writer, or I'm in creative or nothing. But if they're going to do it, I can't tell if it's going to be for SummerSlam. I can't tell if it's going to be for this new all-women's pay-per-view Evolution.
Trash.
I can't tell if, I sniffed out like maybe they were trying to introduce women's tag titles. So maybe that's why they ain't did it. But they ain't pulled no triggers on nothing. So right now I give it an F. It's a waste of time. Yeah, you know. We had the Braun Strowman promo. I call this promo the mighty fall of Jinder Mahal, because as you see, he's nowhere to be. He's not on the level.
Man was garbage.
Yeah, he's not on the level what he was. The push.
Steroids deflated.
Yeah, pepperoni nipples. It was bad. And now he's on the Shanti thing, where he's trying to bring peace to everybody. And I think the only takeaway from that promo was Braun Strowman doing the Shanti thing, but he was saying, "Get these hands." And then he put hands on them. So that's the only thing I took away from that. I mean, if you take the Money in the Bank away from Braun Strowman, it's just a bad move.
Stop watching wrestling.
Yeah, it's a bad move completely. Mickie James defeated Natalya. She came out with Alexa Bliss. Women, I feel like the Raw women's division, since Ronda's not there right now, it's kind of stagnant. I mean, you made a good move by giving Bliss the title, but you got to put it on Ronda at some point.
Mickie James is a very old lady.
She is.
I ain't trying to sound insensitive. It's all the Me Too movement. Lady, you old. Just go home and chill. Like,
she wants Trish Stratus.
What you there for?
She wants. Well, they need.
After this Evolution, they should have like the old lady match and just let them all chill, man. The only old lady that I want to see wrestling is the Undertaker's wife,
Michelle McCool.
And
hey, we gave her mad props.
Old lady, because if you dating the Undertaker, that low key kind of make you like half zombie.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? She ain't really aging, because she was in the Royal Rumble kicking ass.
Yeah, she was.
Unprecedented level.
Like, she was.
I'd pay good bread
to see Michelle McCool.
That's the only old lady I'm trying to see fight. Mickie James out here on outfits on Instagram. Come on, lady. Come on, lady. I'm sure you somebody's grandmother at this point. I seen Mickie James in the bathing suit on Instagram. Like, come on, man.
Well, word on the street is well, since Mickey's come back, she went through NXT. Word on the street is that Mickie is she calls out Trish Stratus, which was a good feud back in the Attitude Era. She is making bread. She is making bread, but Trish still has it. She can still go in the ring.
Mickie James to lose the match to China right now, and China ain't living. Mickie James is weak.
It's all about positioning. It's all about positioning. I mean, it's funny. I listened to Sam Roberts' podcast today, and he had Kurt Hawkins on there. Kurt Hawkins has over 200 losing streak consistently because he wants it. He feels like it's getting him over in a way where people are going to want to see that win.
That man's father didn't do a good job. He didn't nobody's to him. If you proud of losing, I don't give a damn what it is. Wrestling could be whatever you want to call it.
It's a story.
I don't care what it is. It could be tic-tac-toe, arm wrestling, racing, bro. And I'm not going to be proud of losing nothing. You losing so much, it's like, I'm going to do... Nah, no. Kids don't follow nothing that man is doing. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Straight up, I got every problem with that.
He's saying that losing is building his character, where people
losing does not build character. That's an oxymoron right there. That already beats his own argument.
I'm not talking about
losing. That just said
it's building the character of Kurt Hawkins, where
losing
the fans can sympathize.
In the sense of the word.
I can sympathize with Kurt Hawkins like this, and give me a chance. Kurt Hawkins' losing streak, for me, if I see Kurt Hawkins come on TV. Because he was supposed to get a win against Heath Slater. He even chose to lose against Heath Slater. That's losing to a loser right there.
Man, Heath Slater was fighting with all he got. That man got kids. That man got bills to pay. Heath Slater was fighting with the 7 people.
Losing over 200 times puts him in Gilbert's status. You remember Gilbert, the fake Goldberg? Hey, he was fired. But Gilbert's status as a character, being the loser, had him long tenure, no matter what. He always had a job in WWE. Now, at any given point in time, they could flip the Kurt Hawkins switch. Kurt was dope on the independents. Brian Myers, going by his real name, he was independent champion. Ring of Honor, he did it. But he just don't want that shot, and I guess he just want to build something. But
I ain't cool with no losers.
We'll see what the evolution is. We had Authors of Pain come out. They shouldn't talk. They shouldn't talk. They were interrupted by Titus Worldwide. They shouldn't talk. It was horrible. They were cutting each other off. They was trying to. It was stupid. The whole premise of why they.
Terrible.
Apollo Crews was trying to get Titus over by talking about how good of a dad he is. That's cool. We don't want to hear nothing about that. We already know how good a dad Titus is. What has Titus done for us lately? The only
Titus
claim
has stood up for his people.
He did.
Hey,
No. Titus fell at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
What?
That's the latest thing he's done.
Titus O'Neil, hey bro, I want to take.
We'll get no. Right now.
Shout out to Titus O'Neil.
Right now. I'll give Titus some shine, but right now I'm burying Titus right here. He slipped and fell, and it was terrible.
I send that gift to people like 3 times a day. When somebody says something stupid, I'll be like, hey bro, you fell on that comment, dog.
There's nothing you can do about that. But
you know what we talking about? Please just Google Titus O'Neil Royal Rumble fall.
Yep. That'll be it right there.
Compilations of this man embarrassing himself.
That'll be it right there.
Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I watch this video.
Yeah, that's an F for me, dog. If I popped or nodded, it was a not. It was an empty segment. They could be doing something totally different with AOP. They could be doing something with Titus Worldwide completely different too. Send Apollo to 205. We have Mojo Rawley. He defeated.
Is bro under 205 pounds?
Yeah.
That's a strong little dude.
Yeah.
Right? How much does this man weigh?
He got to be like
45 or something.
Well, you know what? He's pushing it.
He got at least a good 75 pounds in his.
I think he could drop 15. He's like what, 225, maybe 225.
Hold on, man.
Hold on.
I can't believe this man.
No, Wiki. Look it up.
Shout out to the internet.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
This ain't live air. This is a podcast.
Hey, man,
we dictate this. Apollo Crews.
That's how you.
Uha Nation,
bro.
Uha Nation was what he went by on the Independence.
That's a terrible name too.
Uha Nation. Yeah, but Titus Worldwide disbanded or turn Apollo.
Nah, bro, 240 pounds.
He 240?
Yeah,
okay.
Man.
I say he could still drop some weight. He could go 205. I mean, we still need.
Bro, real fat. He look like CeeLo.
Hey, he do.
Damn, Apollo Crews, does that make you crazy, bro? Bro, look like CeeLo Green. Got them little bitty arms and everything.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Regardless
no
of
shout outs to Apollo Crews, man.
We could be doing better with Apollo, and even then, I would even send him back to NXT because he came up too early, and that's no disrespect. There's good talent down there where he could really thrive, and he could rebuild himself. Speaking of rebuilding, Mojo effing Rawley.
Yeah,
They repackaged him. He's a beast. His promos is dope.
He always had the most energy I ever seen.
Yeah.
I think Mojo Rawley, this is what's gonna happen with bro. He gonna keep wrestling. He gonna keep doing all that he's doing. He gonna be running full speed and all that. And
I think he's injured right now.
He gonna run into somebody that he can't beat. They gonna have to do fight like Braun Strowman, right?
Yeah.
I already pictured it out. Check it out. He gonna fight Braun Strowman and he gonna be getting his ass whooped. He gonna be fighting and fighting.
Yeah.
This man gonna turn Super Saiyan and be the new Ultimate Warrior in the middle of the match. Mojo Rawley be enthusiastic, bro.
And breaking news.
Mojo Rawley gonna Super Saiyan in the middle of the match. I'm calling it.
Breaking news per the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Mojo Rawley is dealing with a leg injury. It says details hasn't been discussed, but apparently he hurt his left leg. Hopefully it don't take no time out. But it seems like once these guys get a push, that's exactly when they get injured. They just stop. Wait till did you hear about R-Truth?
Nah. He dropped a new album. R-Truth still trying to rap. Come on, man.
Nah.
Give it up, dog.
Nah.
I actually listened to his album. I took time on my day, and that's 5 minutes I'm gonna never get back.
Hey, shout out to WWE Walk with Elias. Dropped a 4-track EP. It was number 6 under Drake on iTunes. Oh yeah. Google Play Music.
I gotta look this up.
Type in WWE Walk with Elias, bro. He was on the charts and he had 4 tracks and he was number 6. He was number 6 under Scorpion, bro.
Seriously?
Dead ass. He was number 6. He was number 6. He was number 6. And to push his album even more, every in between segment on Raw was him doing his trying to do his thing, and everybody interrupted him.
Wow.
Everybody interrupted him. Every time he didn't even get the chance to talk about his album. It was and then somebody music would hit. He'd be pissed off.
I cannot wait.
Go look.
This.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear this.
4 albums, and the first song is a diss to every city that he's kind of really been in.
Damn.
And he's not singing. He's talking. But Elias is a beast of a guitar player. So shout out to Elias.
WWE Elias scores top 10 albums.
Come on, bro.
And he got a documentary.
He do.
God. Walk with Elias, the Drifter Star Power.
Elias is the truth. If you would have told me the Drifter in NXT, the guy who came out with the guitar didn't get really any matches, and his matches weren't even great.
Came out, play the guitar, and
interrupt people, and now top 10 in the charts.
Damn, this man
got an album.
Is number 6 in the top 10 albums.
That just goes to show you.
This man beat out Post Malone, Panic at the Disco, Taylor Swift, and a spot under Drake. 2 spots.
2 spots. Yeah.
He number
6.
Walk with Elias, bro. Wow.
Oh man. EP. We gonna keep it pushing though. Yeah. Walk with Elias, y'all. Hey. WWE stands for Walk with Elias, and we over here at the Lowdown.
I'm dead ass serious right now. I wonder because what if this man win a Grammy for like best comedy album, bro? Hey man, Elias, I'm rooting for you, dog.
It's a round of applause for Elias, no doubt about it.
Hey, have you listened to this album?
I only listened to 1 track, and even in it, like
is it tight though? Like
it's Elias
because it was Elias. Or was it like, hey, this is actually kind of good?
Like I can't even. If I'm grading it as a comedy, like a comedy track where he's not vocally singing, this is the same singing he's doing on Raw.
I thought
so you like, no, he's not like just like R&B killing it. This dude, it's this
country or something. All right.
No, it's not even country. It's just like it's almost Johnny Cash-esque. Like it's just, but it's him playing though. And if I'm grading the musical quality, it's dope. Musical quality on acoustic guitar, it ain't what's that white boy who's a racist and plays John Mayer? It ain't him. it ain't John Mayer-esque, but it's pretty good.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
That's wild. I never knew that. I don't know how that got past me.
If I told you,
is literally blown
if I told you a wrestler in 2015, if I told you a wrestler would have a top 10 album, you wouldn't believe it.
Hell no.
Finn Balor.
Samson out here.
Yeah. Finn Balor defeated Drew McIntyre.
Hey, speaking of Finn Balor, I was at work and I walked by a dude today in a Bullet Club t-shirt, and I stopped what I was doing. I was like, hey man, like Bullet Club. We both gave each other the too sweet.
Too sweet, baby.
That was funny as
Hey,
hell.
tell that story about that dude at your job. You said he basically, it was, I forgot who it was. Damn it.
Rusev Day story?
Yeah. You got to put that out there. Or do you want to save it for
Nah,
Rusev
it's all
Day?
good.
Come on.
Hey, shout out to this dude. I don't even see him no more. I think this dude work downstairs now, but the quiet dude, bro, didn't ever say nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say, hey, how are you? All right, cool. So I had to have some help doing what I was doing one day. Like, hey, man, I need you to come over here and help me. He was like, all right, cool. The supervisor sent him over. So it was 4:20. I'm finna crack a weed joke. I was like, hey, man, you know what the day it is? I was like, you know what day it is? And like, he looked at me kind of funny, and I was like, damn, like maybe this dude don't smoke. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I shouldn't be cracking weed jokes at work anyway. Like, I'm up here playing too much. Let me stop. And he like looked around, bro. Like looked to his left, looked to his right, like 2-3 times. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? He was like, Rusev Day. I never forget that, bro. I was like, damn, that is the funniest
Full
thing
voice.
probably ever. People look at this video like, hey man, chill out, man. Like, I'm like, bro, I like wrestling. I was like, man, I do too. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Full voice in the office.
Wow.
Giving Aiden English a run for his buddy.
Man.
Oh.
He didn't even know if I like wrestling. It could have just been real weird. I guess he was committed to doing that. Like, I'm about to do this. Like, wow, bro.
Oh, my
this
God.
really just happened.
Oh, it's hey, dog.
That was glorious,
Real life. That was tremendous. It's wrestling fans out there. Me and my girl, we went to Universal Studios, and I had my Kenny Omega shirt. She bought me a Kenny Omega Bullet Club shirt, and I'm rocking it. I'm out there with it. Dude was like, "Hey, bro, that shirt's too sweet." It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go here and too sweet them too. People walking up, it's wrestling fans out there. Say what's up. It's all good. But yeah, back to the task. Finn Balor defeated Drew McIntyre. I love how Drew McIntyre has come in and he has shaken up the roster.
Yeah, cause I ain't really know too much about the dude, but I like
Drew Galloway,
like,
Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, when Baron Corbin hit Finn Balor with the little house, Finn Balor started going in, which I would too. So he was like, "You're gonna have a match against Drew McIntyre." I was like, "Damn, he made bro sound like a threat."
Changed his whole look on his
so
face.
like,
Was like, "Oh man."
When somebody tell you you're gonna have a match with somebody, he's like, "Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. I didn't even mean it like that. Like, maybe Kevin Owens, you're gonna fight Braun Strowman. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, no. Hey, man, I'm sick, bro. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. So shout out to bro for that. That was dope.
Drew McIntyre. For those who don't know, Drew McIntyre was
a white man with really, really dark black hair and a slick back.
Yeah, he was.
His character is the evil movie white villain dude in every movie. All he needs is a hell of a mustache.
Yeah, he's the henchman. He's the henchman right now. But if you give him handlebars, he'd be the main villain.
Yeah, he a big ass dude that be knocking.
Yeah, he was dubbed the chosen one by Vince McMahon in a promo back in the early 2000s. Dominated as Intercontinental Champion for a long time. Kind of got lost in the push. Was too young. Got pushed too early. Ended up getting in 3MB with Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater. That winded down, and he ended up getting released. Ended up taking the independence by storm. Brought up ICW, which WWE now has a partnership with.
Hey man, the independence is cracking because everybody is coming up, and it's even like, you know what I'm saying. That's just shout out to the wrestlers for doing their thing, man. Because it's been a lot of people that was already in the WWE, and it's like Triple H is giving people a shot, like, hey bro, look. Do what you gonna do, and I mess with you. And like, it's a grip of independence going on right now, man. So it's gonna be dope. That's why NXT is cool, because it's just exciting. It's people putting on their best foot. So
PCW, PWG, those are all California-based independent promotions. And definitely ones we gotta go out to and go see, dog. It's like when I tell you, like, the ring is from here to the counter.
Not to cut you off, man.
Yeah,
Speaking of independent wrestlers, we can't talk about independent wrestlers without me shouting out my guy, the legend, the Human Tornado. Do yourself a favor and Google this man today. This man single-handedly made me a fan
the Human
of
Tornado.
Independent wrestling. I seen this man pimp slap somebody,
yeah,
dance in the middle of a match to some West Coast Snoop Dogg music.
He did.
Then I seen my guy dunk on somebody and give him a Hurricane Rana. At the same time, he in the middle of a match, this man was in the gym and dunked on somebody and wrapped his legs around his neck and did a backflip, and it was the smoothest thing I ever seen.
Human tornado.
Please Google the human tornado.
Do yourself
Shout
a
out
favor.
to independent wrestling, man.
Do yourself a favor and Google the human tornado. He had a stint in Ring of Honor. He had a stint. I forget what the name of the promotion was on MTV. But the human tornado, I watched this man do.
We're gonna put this on YouTube.
He did a two-step.
In the comment section, drop it if you watch it. I'll have a full-on conversation with you about the human tornado. I can recommend some stuff you can watch. This man is amazing.
The human tornado.
I'm joking, but I'm dead.
He's dead serious, dog.
Next to The Rock, this dude is my favorite wrestler.
Jay Blink sent me at least 4 videos in one day about the human tornado. You guys got to check this man out. He's retired now too. Speaking of retires, I know we go on tangents, but that's what this podcast is all about. It's about wrestling. It's about tangents. It's about the fans' perspective. Shout out to Alex Shelley. He just retired 2 days ago. Part of the Motor City Machine Guns. If you don't know who he is, famous, I wouldn't say famous, but he's an underrated tag team specialist wrestler who didn't get his due. He's a part of the tag team that gave the Young Bucks their shine and put them on. So shout out to Alex Shelley. When you're in a wrestling business where Alex Shelley is retired and James Ellsworth is on top, it's a sad day in wrestling. It's a very sad day in wrestling. Ellsworth, yeah.
I hate that man.
Yeah, but he's fired. He's back on I believe he's back on the independents until WWE needs him again. Drew McIntyre doing his thing, came in, shook up the roster, put everybody on their toes. I would love to see a Drew McIntyre Bobby Lashley program because they had a good program in TNA, Impact Wrestling.
Before you move on, bro, this is WWE Wrestling.
It is.
This is not American Gladiator.
Yeah, it's not.
I would not like to see any more obstacle courses in wrestling.
How about this? Let's WWE creative. Don't do stupid stuff in wrestling. We're not stupid fans.
Stupid idiots.
That's stupid. Stupid. That just as stupid when they did NXT and they had the obstacle courses with the kegs and stuff. It's stupid. We know Bobby Lashley went to the military. We know that you got to be physically fit. I mean, just by the looks of the man, he's physically fit. You don't have to make this man run an obstacle course.
That man's forehead is just as strong as his arm muscles.
So don't.
He lift weights with his eyebrows.
Yeah, man.
No. Body slam somebody, bro. This is wrestling.
Yeah. Right now, Bobby Lashley should be tearing through everybody right now.
No.
If to build Bobby Lashley up, he should be squashing people because he's a big dude. What are you gonna job to Seth Rollins? Go ahead, take a drop kick.
I just hope they do something good, bro. Let him fight Brock Lesnar in SummerSlam. I'm tired of Roman Reigns.
I honestly think
I hope Bobby Lashley kick Roman Reigns' ass on the way to the ring on next week, and then he take his spot or something.
Yeah.
Next time Roman Reigns fight Brock Lesnar, I promise I'm gonna fire on the next person. If you sit next to me, I'm just gonna fire him.
It's SummerSlam. It's
tired of that, man.
It's SummerSlam. We're just gonna hit the hot spots. So the Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre match, Finn won via DQ. Then Seth Rollins came and evened the odds because he had Dolph Ziggler out there. So we had a tag match, Finn and Seth, Dolph and Drew. Seth and Finn go over. Then we had Ember Moon defeated Liv Morgan. Good, shout out to Ember Moon. I'm for all the black wrestlers on Cheap Heat with Peter Rosenberg. Yeah. It's called the
Rosenberg Hot 97. Shout out.
Yeah. It's called I think it's called the Black Power. The Black Power. The Black Power list or whatever, and it's all the black people in wrestling, and they power rank them. The Black Power rankings. There it is.
Tornadoes on that list?
No, of course not. But I bet you this. If you tweet Stat Guy Greg SGG and send him a video to Human Tornado, I bet you he'll put him on there because it ain't a lot of black wrestlers on there. Shout out to Keith Lee.
I promise I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Hey, text me to remind me that I
don't do nothing at work.
I go to work at 9 o'clock. By 1 o'clock, I'll be done for the day. I'm gonna make that my mission.
Stat Guy Greg, we coming for you.
Tornado.
Yeah, Stat Guy Greg, we coming for you. We want Stat Guy. We want Human Tornado to make the Black Power rankings.
It's amazing.
So that's the short term. We're on the road to getting the Human Tornado on the Black Power rankings.
One of his signature moves was a pimp slap.
Yeah. Hey, cold.
And he walked out to Sugar Free. You can't get no more pimping than that.
He did
I seen this man dance to DJ Quick in the middle of a match and kick 3 people in the nuts. One of his moves was if you hit him in the nuts, his nuts was so strong he wouldn't even move. Somebody gave him the Shinsuke Nakamura and he was like, That does nothing.
That doesn't.
Wow. This is amazing.
He
bro.
kicked the dude in a corner doing a 2-step. It don't get into another dude.
Tripped the dude. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, it was bad.
Come on, man.
It was,
Y'all gotta mess with the human tornado. I'm here to spread.
I
the word.
digress. We putting the human tornado over. He's over.
Pop or not, that's a pop.
Yeah.
If you don't agree, you getting popped at.
Yes, indeed.
Look at that wordplay.
And then last but not least, on Monday Night Raw, the main event, Roman Reigns defeated Bobby Lashley. It was no point of letting Bobby get the win over Roman if you were going to give it back to him. But that's 50-50 booking, and 50-50 booking sucks. So take a page out of New Japan's playbook.
I ain't even talking about Roman Reigns.
Hey, you know when Roman gets so much shine, we not going to give him no shine today.
I seen this dude going back and forth with somebody on Twitter.
Tamatanga, bro.
Way more character than he ever had in the ring.
Bullet Club.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, just be yourself. I don't know what they doing with this dude. Roman Reigns is corny, man.
Shout out to Tamatanga. It's going down in New Japan Pro Wrestling. One of the biggest civil wars in New Japan history. The Bullet Club OGs, Tamatanga, in Bad Luck Fale, along with Tangaloa and the Big Haku, King Haku, is taking on the faction of the regular Bullet Club of Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson, Cody Rhodes. They taking them all. They took all of them out. The 4 of them dudes took them all out. No. This is right now. So right now we're in the G1 in New Japan, and you can catch it however you can catch it, but you can catch it. And it come on in the morning, like while you at work.
Serious as hell.
Yeah,
that sounds like a drug deal.
Yeah,
like
you
gotta know somebody.
Yeah, shout out to no. I mean, because people got their own ways of streaming, but that sounded serious, and I don't want to promote illegal streaming on my podcast.
I was bootlegging something the other day. I ain't gonna even lie. I got an app on my phone. I wouldn't even publicize what it is, and I don't want to get in trouble. But I was downloading something with some bootleg on my Wi-Fi, and I got an email like, "We've noticed that you made copyrighted downloads.
Oh yeah, they come for you.
Occurred by a kid, or maybe someone else is using your Wi-Fi. We just want to let you know that we watch it." I was like, "Oh, that was probably months ago. I'll never forget that email." I was like, "Damn,
they looking at you."
I heard about these.
Yeah, they
but
looking
I
at you.
know.
Yeah, but you can subscribe to New Japan World. But right now, some of the best storylines is being told in New Japan.
Got arrested for, but like that little fine, they be like, "This is a $10,000 fine, copyrighted the SEC." Man, they serious about that. Hey, y'all, you gonna bootleg?
But you know what? I don't think New Japan is worried about stuff like that because they're trying to get into the market however they can.
Gonna work it out. New Japan is dope. I be hearing about it. I'm out here hitting people with the Bullet Club signs and
like
gang.
It's too sweet.
I work in a heavily gang infested area. I kind of ran the risk by throwing it up, but
hey, it's too sweet though.
You can't throw up no gang sign and say too sweet, like you know what I'm saying. Yeah. If you tripping, you just tripping, and I got hands for you. Yeah, wrestling moves. That's why I watch it.
Yeah. AJ Styles.
Hey, hold on, man. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's serious. If you got to a fight with somebody, like, and you had to use one wrestling move, like, what would be the move you would try to hit somebody with? Like, this move look like it just out of
real
all
talk,
time.
Real talk, big boot. I'm coming full force with that foot.
I already, hey, I just hit a nigga with the Shinsuke.
The shit get shots.
Go whatever chance I get.
Hey, that was the coldest finish. 10 seconds.
F5 looked like it hurt, like for real, like.
But ain't nobody letting you put up on their shoulders like that.
You might fight a fat dude. There's no F5 coming.
Hey, you think you get an RKO out of nowhere on dude?
Nah, I don't know.
Just
you gonna fall, bro. You gonna stomp you out.
They gonna throw you off. Get off.
Nah, I'm trying to hit somebody in the nuts as quick as possible. Let's get this over with. Low blow. He's out of there.
Jay Blink, dirtiest wrestler and podcaster.
Bro, I throw dirt in your eye. Hey, the coldest thing.
Dirtiest podcaster in the game, Jay Blink.
The homie.
That's your gimmick.
Hey, that's
the dirtiest podcaster in the game.
You just heard it. That's my first time hearing it.
We pushing that. That's your gimmick. That's your gimmick, dog.
I talked to the homie Pops. The homie Pops was in prison. And at the time, I never talked to somebody who was in prison. So I'm like, hey, damn, man. I didn't even say his name. I was about to. I was like, so, have you ever been in a prison riot? He was like, yeah. I was like, damn, what is that like? I was really interested. Like, I want to hear what this is about. So he a little dude, too. He was like, I just put a lock in the sock. Swinging around my head like a bass. I was like, damn, really?
That's vicious.
I was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever heard. And it rhymed too, but he was saying, I put a lock in the sock. It's like one of them big locks, like the kind that you got to enter the combo on, like 12, 15, 47. And he did like in a tube socket, bro. You put it above your head and just walk.
Hey, check this
I
out.
was like,
Something
damn.
that's relevant to that point.
Wow.
You'll respect this. Slammiversary was just this past Sunday. Shout out to LAX, Conan, the Keeping It 100 crew with Disco Inferno.
Conan
Hey,
was the most gangster
hey.
dude I ever seen in my life. And he's still with it.
Hey, you
I
know
work
what?
with the dude. Shout out Josh if you listen to you remind me of Conan.
Orale. Hey, this fool,
Google it.
Conan is in almost, I won't say every independent wrestling promotion, but the ones that are up and coming, MLW. He works in Impact right now. Aero Lucha, AAA. He's trying to rebuild the CMLL wrestlers and trying to bring them in using Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. and all these cats. Shout out to Conan and them. But in this Slammiversary match, he's battling with he has his LAX crew and then the OGs of LAX, which is Hernandez and Homicide, and this dude named King.
Yeah.
So I'm
not fighting nobody named Homicide.
Oh, dog.
In any circumstances.
It was Slammiversary.
This Homicide. Hey, look, man. I don't know what problem we have with each other.
Shout out,
I honestly want you to know I apologize.
Shout
I'm
out,
not fighting no dude named Homicide. I'm good.
Shout out to those dudes because
there's no wins to be had fighting a man named Homicide.
And when I tell you they went balls to the wall, those dudes went balls to the wall. It was tables, it was chairs, they was taking headshots, it was trash cans. But at the end of the match, LAX go over. Spoiler, sorry, should have let you know ahead of time. Sorry if you feel that anyways about it.
That out, but if we don't, it is what it is. You listening, you run that risk because it's the dirtiest podcast in wrestling.
That was awesome.
You never know what you might get from me.
That was awesome. But King comes in and, like you said, a lock and a sock. He has a black sock and he's swinging the mug around.
He got that from prison culture. That's a real thing, man.
And he knocked Conan in the back. He knocked the rest of those LAX members in the back, and they stood tall even though they lost. It was crazy. Shout out to the Impact roster, dog. Shout out to Don Callis. Don Callis. What is it?
That
Don Callis?
Like you got something. Whoa.
Is it?
Man, bro, why you walking like that?
Don Callis. Don Callis. Is it Don Callis? Don Callis? Yeah, I think it's Don Callis.
I'm gonna tell somebody.
I butchered it.
Don Callis.
Whatever, but shout out to Don, man. He's really doing it. He's bridging the gap. And mark my words, you can say it on episode 3. It happened, and I predicted this. Chris Jericho is going to be in Impact Wrestling.
Chris Jericho all over the place.
Chris Jericho is going to be in Impact Wrestling. They've been name dropping Chris Jericho on Impact. Don has been name dropping him. Yeah, it's going to happen. It's gonna happen. Chris Jericho is gonna come. They already had Taiji Ishimori, who is a part of Bullet Club. He's called Bone Soldier. He was already a part of Soldier. But dude is tight too. But Japanese wrestling is all over. Is happening. We almost to the end, y'all. Smackdown was dope. Shout out to AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. He's been doing his thing. Phenomenal match with Rusev at Extreme Rules.
Rusev Day.
Aiden English, you funky B, you got in the way, and you.
Funky B.
Yeah, I did, cause I was mad. That was because the belt should have came off AJ at that night.
That sound like
Rusev been over.
Brother, Funky B.
Funky B. You know, I don't want to use the derogatory right.
Man.
You funky B, you. In the words of Snoop. But AJ Styles, the big push was we were going to find out who his opponent would be for SummerSlam, and it's been overdue. But I'll touch on that in a second. Quick, we had Andrade Cien Almas, who's over. This guy is over. El Ídolo, Mr. Tranquilo, one of the founders of Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Do you know who I am, homie?
Yeah, he's El Ídolo.
Tranquilo. Play with me, bro. I'm over here. Tranquil. I'm chilling.
That's exactly what it is. This guy
mess up. He wrestling like a white linen suit. That's as smooth as you can get, and he don't even really be too dirty or wrinkled when he be done.
This guy is.
Hold my drink. Hold on.
Nah.
I'm trying to be El Tranquilo.
Come out.
You messing up my rotation, and he got a female with him. Baby, hold my drink.
Zelina Vega, baby.
He'll whoop somebody's ass. He'll fix his clothes and get on. I like, bro.
El Ídolo, man.
I like him.
Andrade supposedly it's over with Vince. Vince is trying to give him a push. So it was dope. The week before he had a dope match with AJ Styles. It was really nice. But Andrade defeated Rusev, and we had a little skirmish between Lana and Zelina. I'd love to see them fight any day. We had the return of R-Truth. So Google R-Truth and Google shoulder injury, and on Twitter you'll see he had a flat bone. R-Truth hadn't had a match since August of last year. his bones been protruding out of his shoulder this whole time, and he's been having to get chips of his shoulder like removed out of his shoulder bone removed out of his shoulder.
Wow.
So he had his first match back against Samoa Joe, and obviously
Samoa Joe probably hurt him. I love Samoa Joe.
Yeah, he
disrespected
him. He disrespected him, put him down. This is Truth's first match since WrestleMania. That's what Dave Meltzer says. He hit a brief series of moves before Joe took over. Joe locked on the coquina clutch. That move was foul. Man, for the win.
Wow.
We had Asuka defeated Billie Kay. What do you expect though? Asuka, I don't know. I think they're building her back up again. It's a good SmackDown's a good place for her to do that though.
They let her do that tapping in Charlotte, man. But Asuka,
yeah.
You put hands on James Ellsworth, and I was down with that.
Yeah, we were all for that, and we thank you. We thank you for that. You kicked the hell out of him.
Again, let me hold on real quick.
Go for it.
I want to also. Tekashi 6ix9ine, bro.
6ix9ine.
He stole some of your style from Asuka too, bro.
He did.
I be peeping you. You know what I'm saying? He got the little walks you be having.
Yeah.
Hey man, you owe these wrestlers some bread, bro.
He do. He definitely does. No, did you see him and Enzo?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Enzo corner.
But Enzo, the real one's been making his rounds. He was found he wasn't guilty.
I'm down with that. Shout out to Enzo.
He did not touch that girl. You know, there was no DNA evidence.
Podcast, bro. Dirty, try to shout out Kobe.
Dirtiest podcaster in the game right
shout
here.
Shout out to Colorado Kobe. You know what I'm talking about.
There's really nothing that he wouldn't say, and I have to take that risk.
Colorado Kobe. Hey, my bad.
I take that risk every time I put him on this podcast. That's my disclaimer. But you know what? Actually, you know what? Next podcast, I'm gonna cut a promo, and I'm gonna cut a promo for you for introduction, and it's gonna be fun.
We coming for you.
Nah, it ain't even gonna be one of those. It's just gonna be one of those. It's just gonna be.
Please, let's get to Hulk Hogan.
It's gonna be. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's gonna be my disclaimer for Jay Blink beforehand. Real quick, we got to touch on James Ellsworth and him getting fired. We had the AJ Styles came out and Paige was about to announce who his next opponent for SummerSlam was going to be. Let me set this up for you. So here comes anticipation. She asked for a drum roll and James Ellsworth music come out. And James Ellsworth has some really dope entrance music too. So shout out to the creator for giving him good music and then taking it away from him. That was tremendous. They gave him good music and you're fired. So he came out and he was trying to bury Paige, called her pale, and and was bullying her, and so you don't bully the GM, so she fires him, have him removed. So as this is happening, she has him escorted out the building, throws him out or whatever, kicks him literally out, and while all this is happening, Samoa Joe runs into the ring, coquina clutches AJ, puts him to sleep, and signs the contract. Now and the cold thing is,
Joe, I love you, bro.
We don't know. We didn't.
I missed that. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That was a beautiful segment, and you can only get this type of energy with two cats who have been battling on the independents for 15, 16 years together. There's been AJ and Joe have had matches in Ring of Honor. AJ and Joe have had matches in TNA, and now we get to have this epic collision in WWE.
This is their
first WWE match. And it's in SummerSlam. They never touched. And the cool thing is,
he was on Raw.
And he was on He's been on Smackdown. Damn. And then Joe was injured during that time too, so he ain't been. So yeah, damn. Shout out to Smackdown. Shout out to Brian James, Road Dogg. Oh, you didn't know? You're doing wonders with your writing, dog. Man. I love it. Send Jesse over to Raw.
Nah, SmackDown is much better than Raw. I watch more SmackDown than I do Raw, man.
Hey, but you know what? SmackDown's just gonna get even better. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, you know what?
I can't wait to see that.
And shout out to whoever set off the car alarm right there that's ruining our podcast. You're a horrible person.
We in the city. You be that way.
I hope you trip on a rock.
Let me get my gun. I'll be right back.
You never know when you need something.
I ain't about that life at all. I ain't gonna play with y'all like that.
Anyways,
I'm not going anywhere.
Told you. Anyway, so shout out to Samoa Joe. Shout out to Road Dogg. Yeah. And then signed the contract. But then come to find out he was. They had a segment explaining.
It doesn't even matter if that's what I'm on here now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I would have rather them let it be well, he wasn't the opponent, and he took the spot.
Either way, I don't care if I was on here or not.
Like, it could have been Brian.
Guess what?
That could have been Brian.
I'm on here now.
Yeah, it's mine.
If it was me, him, you.
That's the only negative. That's the only negative that I have for that segment. In here, I caught you slipping. Exactly. It was an empty name. It didn't say nobody's name. It said Samoa Joe. Yeah.
And I dare you to do something.
Where they went wrong was they shouldn't have explained it. Paige should have reprimanded him for it. And she said, how they made it seem is met with the back. She picked Joe to be the challenger, but didn't want to announce it that way. Joe said whether you wanted to announce it like this, however you want to announce it, it was phenomenal. It walked off. So it was awesome. Becky Lynch defeated Carmella, which solidifies her their championship match at SummerSlam. Becky Lynch versus Carmella. Hope they finally get that belt off of her. But always remember, Mella is money. Shout out to Carmella.
Yeah.
She's doing her thing. The New Day versus Sanity. New Day defeated Sanity.
New Day.
Yeah, New Day. I love what they're doing with Sanity. They're not making them too strong, but they're not making them too weak. I see Vince McMahon doesn't like the shape of Killian Dane. It's either that or the body hair, because they make sure he wears a shirt every night he comes out. So I'm sure they're going to get that together soon. We have the return of the Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus. I was happy to see them back, but I didn't like how huggy and they were. It was kind of too affectionate for me. It's not masculine. You guys set the bar. You are the bar. Besides that, yeah. And then we had the Miz and Maurice came out. It looks like Maurice is back, which is a good look. And Daniel Bryan came out to confront the Miz. So it looks like we're officially on the road to the Miz versus Daniel Bryan.
You need that.
Whether or not
need that immediate.
I'm wondering why, if we got here this fast, because we are not sure if Bryan is going to re-sign with WWE as of yet.
We need him to fight the Miz no matter what.
But yeah, we got But I like how Smackdown, not necessarily WWE, because Raw doesn't do it. It seems like Raw does things for whatever reason. SmackDown, they it's a reason behind most segments. And I can say that much. New Japan gives you most logical reasoning. 205 Live with Drake Maverick. Shout out to Rockstar Spud for that tremendous explanation on why everybody in that Fatal 4-Way deserved a title shot at Cedric Alexander. He had this guy lost this match, and this guy won this match, and this is why this guy doesn't deserve to be in this match. And that's what makes logical sense. 205 Live and NXT are the most logical creative shows out there. But shout out to Tommaso Ciampa, the new NXT champion.
That man's an asshole.
Oh my god.
Just how much of an asshole he is.
How did I forget?
That man is an asshole to kids on Twitter.
Yeah.
Old ladies in the airport. Like his whole thing is, I don't want you to like me because I don't like you.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like anybody.
Yeah. He comes out to no music.
Just the boo.
He comes out to just you
and
suck.
He's a champ. I got the belt. Don't nobody like me, and I don't like y'all, and can't nobody get it from me. If somebody try, I'm gonna beat them up.
And how about this spoiler? I get the belt because the guy who I've been messing with the whole time wants to interfere and ruin it for me, and I take advantage. Beautiful match. Aleister Black has been an awesome champion. I'm wondering if this is his exit on his way to the main roster. We have the big pay-per-view of SummerSlam. Do we see Aleister Black? Is there room for him on the main roster right now? That's the question that I have. I would like to see Aleister stay for a little bit longer. Let him go in the North American title picture. Shout out to Mr. Undisputed Era himself, Adam Cole, baby, doing his thing, putting the North American title on the map. He was in Evolve. He wrestled Walter, managed to come out with that belt. It looks like Walter is still deciding to stay on the independents. Hasn't really made a decision to whether or not he's going to be in WWE yet. But good stuff with him. If you don't know who Walter is, that's all capitals, WALTER. Dude is a beast. Shout out to, and this is just brief independent news. Matter of fact, let's get into it. Top 5. We got a new top 5 segment. We start off with, and we'll work our way with number 5. We know that Brock's not being a fighting champion. We're just touching on some old stuff, but
hey man, look, I'm gonna say this: Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
bro, I like wrestling, man.
Yeah.
You got the Universal title, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be like the baddest dude. Like whoever want to run phase, I'm out here beating people down, bro. You garbage. You don't even show up to the joint.
Yeah.
You in the UFC.
Yeah.
You don't even talk on wrestling, bro. Paul Heyman do all the talking. This man was in the ring.
Right.
I was hot.
Yeah.
I was pissed off. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I put on UFC 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, he ain't on 2.
He ain't on 2.
I went and got the first one. I had it and stopped playing. I found it. And I created a dude just to fight him, and I whooped his ass.
Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. The listeners to the Looow Down podcast. This is a guy who don't buy video games unless they're on PlayStation Plus sale. He don't touch nothing. He ain't buying nothing brand new.
I already had it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know,
I'm cheap, straight up.
You know, he's gonna
keep all my coins.
And even then, he might find somebody who has the game and ask them to play it. Yeah, so I can get this issue out.
I'll borrow your profile if you got it on the cloud. Let me know when you ain't playing this, so I can just run it to see what it's like.
Yeah, he's good for it. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion. Would I say his championship reign is a fluke? Not necessarily, but I think it's fixed.
You the champ, bro. You
see
the
fact that
even not show up, man.
Vince in this booking that he has, because all the booking for Brock is all Vince. This Roman Brock stuff, this is all Vince. This is the Roman Reigns project, as it's been dubbed. Trips can't even step up in this. This is a Vince McMahon alone project, and you can always tell when Triple H has his hand in something when Vince does. Man. What I'll give credit to is this. Vince's backward idea of turning the fans against Brock Lesnar has worked. He has made Brock Lesnar a bad taste in fans' mouth. If you watch that 2 weeks ago when Kurt was about to strip him for the title right after Extreme Rules because it was either show.
Brock Lesnar ain't been on wrestling.
He ain't showed it.
1.5, man.
We have
pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
We have 3 4. Actually, we have
upset. We
have the four horsewomen of MMA. We have Brock Lesnar. We have Ronda Rousey. And out of the 4 horsewomen, they've wrestled more. I feel like they've wrestled more matches in their stints of being new wrestlers than Brock has wrestled since being Universal Champion. It's sad.
It's the champion.
But kudos to Vince. Your mission has been accomplished. Now, we still won't cheer Roman.
I will not, unless he do something interesting, man. Like, come on, man.
Get rid
of the vest or something, man.
If you want me to cheer Roman, Vince,
having to fight Brock Lesnar.
How about I'll even do this? If Roman came out with no vest at SummerSlam, that would he'd be over to me.
Something like
if Roman came out,
new music,
if his music was different. If he had a little video package like Braun did or something, if you did something different, I get there's this thing where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But this is broke.
Toe up.
This is broke. This is a puzzle with all the wrong pieces. Now, if Dean Ambrose comes back tomorrow with the same music, he's gonna get popped. The fans are gonna cheer, and his music ain't changed since he came away from the Shield. Hey, I'll take Ambrose over Reigns.
Roman Reigns got cool matches. It's just his character is trash, and that's what all the wrestling is about, being a character.
And then you know what? And shout out to Dean Ambrose dealing with his injury right now. But shout out to Dean. He was the Iron Man for a long time, no injury, and I think some of his move style was hindered because he was injured. He did. He cut his hair. He got look up Dean Ambrose right now. He got an earring. No, he got an earring. He got a short haircut and he got a beard now.
Like
he clean though. It's like a clean cut Ambrose.
He never sound like Tupac. He got an earring.
Yeah, he got an earring in his ear. He got an earring in his ear.
Wearing tank tops.
Yeah, he was at a hockey game. Shout out Dean Ambrose. Ready for you to come back.
He was at a hockey
come back as a heel though.
With some jeans and a tank top on.
Yeah, right. It was jeans. It was like a hoodie.
Dean Ambrose always got that dirty. Dean Ambrose tank top is not as dirty, but it's up there amongst dirtiest tank tops I've seen with
Luke Harper.
Yeah,
I'm glad they got him off of that.
Ambrose, you got the number 2 dirtiest tank top behind Luke Harper, bro. That ain't saying much because this tank top was foul, but yours is nasty.
Yeah, it was nasty, dog. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, get the belt off of Brock. if you're gonna put it on Roman, put it on Roman. But at least we know Roman is gonna defend it, and at least we know we got Braun Strowman in the rings with the Money in the Bank, ready to take it off of him at any given time. So that's number 5 on the Lowdown top 5. Number 4, we're gonna hit on the SmackDown versus Raw quality. Just match wise. Booking wise,
it's a better product, man. It's more interesting.
Yeah,
it's only 2 hours, so it ain't even like a bunch of nonsense. Like, it's dope. I
can
watch that.
It's good stuff.
If you a person that don't really watch wrestling, you be like, oh, let me see. You can't watch Raw because
it takes too long.
When you get off of work, watching Raw is like the rest of your night. You know what I'm saying? Watch SmackDown, like, let me check this out real quick. Man, it's dope. You can just watch one part, like, hey, that was crazy.
Yeah. And it's
when you watching Raw, you don't know what you gonna see. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. You don't know if the storyline's gonna stay the same. You don't know.
I watch Raw because I'm invested in it. Like, I want to see what's gonna happen because I'm invested in the story. But it's just like, man, this stuff is stupid.
Yeah. And then even then, I think they got. I think the focus should be on the belt. And I reciprocate Jim Ross's feeling in this. And shout out to Jim Ross.
Jim Ross is a legend. He can't do no wrong.
No, he cannot. And I hope
I want to try his barbecue sauce. Jim, if you listening, bro, send me one.
Yeah, we
my address. Man.
We're on the road to
Facebook inbox me, bro. I support you. Let me get a couple flavors, bro.
Yeah. We're on the road to StarCast 2019, 2020.
Saturday,
Conrad Thompson. One day you're gonna hear us. We're gonna be at StarCast 2019, 2020. We're gonna be there, dog. We're working on it. But I reciprocate Jim Ross's his sentiments. The most prestigious title in the business today is the WWE Heavyweight Championship, and it is around the belt of one of if not the best performers in the business today of the phenomenal AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels-esque.
Number 1.
And it's not even prominent focus. Why was
watch some wrestling? Just turn on SmackDown. Like, let me see this AJ Styles guys.
Why wasn't AJ and he's booked beautifully.
AJ Styles better be the main event at SummerSlam.
And you know
they ain't gonna do it.
Exactly. Sad part. AJ Styles and Rusev should have been the main event for Extreme Rules. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you feel like because the Iron Man match was 30 minutes or whatever. I don't care how you feel. The belt is what matters. What are we fighting for? We're fighting for championships. We're fighting for spots. So we just gonna put under here. We're gonna disregard the most prestigious title is the WWE Championship, and we're gonna try to act like this red belt that Brock is carrying. Sorry to go back on 5, but I mean, no, the Universal title. Get out of here. That's garbage. So I'm happy for SmackDown. I'm happy for the deal that they made with Fox. I'm happy to see that they're about to be on more televisions. They're going to be better broadcasted.
If you don't want to fight, we're going to make a new belt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got the World Championship. We got the Universal. I'm going to come out with the Intergalactic belt, bro.
You know, we can bring back the
All
Euro.
All the planets on there.
You know?
Pluto.
Something.
Everything, man. Come
Mercury.
on, bro. I just want to see
Uranus.
Fight, man.
You know?
I just want to see dude fight.
Hey, and if you're not going to fight, just deal with MMA.
Bro, I know they like, people want to see him, bro. You're not here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just deal with MMA. You know? But
this man running in the ring, pushing people, talking.
Daniel Cormier. See, look, we on the tangent now.
I hope John Jones come back and Brock Lesnar.
Hey, shout out Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier said he wants to be Universal Champion. He hope Brock comes with the belt.
He ain't doing none of that.
And you
Brock
know,
doesn't show up to the UFC with the belt, I'll be pissed off.
You know,
you can't even come to regular wrestling.
You're making everybody on Raw suffer because we have nothing to fight for. Because you just want to keep this belt at home. Matter of fact, retire the belt afterwards. Just retire it.
Something new, man.
Give us back the old World Heavyweight Championship belt, and we'll be good. You might as well have just done that.
This is ridiculous.
But SmackDown is overall a better show.
Red. Next, that look like something you create on the game.
Yep.
I'm gonna make the belt red.
Yeah. And it's trash.
No red belt.
So
the belt first came out, people was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah. So shout out to SmackDown for being the overall better show in the WWE product right now. Number 3 in our top 10, top 5. Sorry, we'll get to a top 10 right now. It's just been a crazy week. We're gonna touch on the new NXT signings. brother.
And they just, what it is like Triple H is out here, just, if you tight, he messing with you, man.
Yeah.
They got the Golden State Warriors in wrestling. Like, everybody that's tight, like, hey, bro, you wrestle?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You want to come over here and mess with us?
Yeah.
I just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Triple H is out here making something interesting to watch, man. It's new. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a grip of dope new people. So, every time you turn it on, you like, oh, damn, I never seen this dude. Or I never seen him fight him.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Let me, I'm going to put y'all up on game on one of the newest NXT signees, African American wrestler, and I'm not saying African American mixed with Samoan. I'm not saying African American mixed with white.
Wakanda forever.
You know, I'm talking African American, and no, this is not a racist tangent. This is the fact that we haven't had a really legitimate African American wrestler to represent our culture in a very long time. And
Prime Time was racist
as hell, and I don't care what nobody say. We can't bring Shad Gaspar and JTG back. We can't do that because of what they represent, and it's their gimmick. But I'm gonna put y'all up on, and even then, Big E. I mean, shout out to the New Day. I'm all for it.
Nah, bro, they out here spanking ass and eating pancakes.
But the moment Big E
smack somebody's ass and lick his hand, I ain't down with that.
Mark my words. The moment Big E turns, it'll be a good moment. Oh, we got a visitor. What's up, man? You good? A little loud. Can you bring me that Snapple?
It's the best stuff on earth.
It is. It's great.
Let me get an advertisement.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm keeping this in here.
I want all
It's raw. This is the dirtiest podcast in the game. No, they gonna pay us to advertise on our podcast. We gonna make something happen. Shout out to Snapple.
I open like 4 tops and read what's inside.
Hey, shout out Snapple. For the past 4 days, me and my fiance have been grabbing Snapple apples, one of the best flavors out there, freezing them until they're slush and tearing them up. So shout out to Snapple Apple. We got the peach flavor right now, and this is the extra large size. Start putting Snapple facts underneath the under the blue one. We have a spill on aisle 5. Yeah, no Snapple facts under the blue tabs. But we got on our number 3, one of the top African American signees, Keith Lee, bask in his glory. And I'm gonna just run right through his career. Keith Lee. Keith Lee. So. Yeah.
Shout out to Chief Keef. That's bro name from now on.
Shout out to Wifey Carter back there.
I'll never not hear that. For the rest of my life,
she might make her cameos or whatnot. But yeah, Keith Lee made most of his career in Evolve Pro Wrestling. From 2017 to 2018, he signed. He had a stint in Ring of Honor. Then he signed with Evolve Wrestling in January 2017 and made his debut. He lost to Chris Hero, which is the now Cassius Ohno. And he made his return February.
Fat man in a jersey.
Yeah.
I've never seen Kevin Owens wear a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens can't wear no jersey. He know that. This man is fat as hell in the jersey. Come on, bro. You ain't in no athletic form.
Hey,
come on, man. You should, if you're gonna do a sport, let it be golf. Somewhere you walk at.
Cassius
wear that jersey defensive.
But Cassius has been the bridge to the independent. So he give him the credit. But he defeated these guys and Evolve. From there, he had a stint in PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, which is the promotion based in Reseda, California. I think that's not Ultimo Dragon. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's
a name. And who are you, Ultimo Dragon?
Yeah. The cool thing about PWG is it has the 6 founders of PWG. It was created by Disco Machine, Excalibur, Scott Lost, Joey Ryan, Super Dragon, Top Gun, and Top Gun Talwar. These are like famous names on the independent. This has been one of the best independent promotions. Young Bucks has been all through there. Ricochet came from there too. But basically, these are the 2 promotions that Keith Lee made his name in. His gimmick being bask in his glory, and he says it so smooth. You gotta look up his promos. One of the best promos in the game. His championships and accomplishments include the Inspire Pro Wrestling champion, North American Wrestling Allegiance tag champion. He was the PWG champion one time. He was Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked him number 100 on the top 500 single wrestlers. He's VIP heavyweight championship, VIP tag team champion. championship. He had the Wrestling Observer 5-star match with Donovan Dijak in 2017.
Okay.
WWN championship one time, Extreme championship, heavyweight champion, XCW championship, TNT championship.
Hey man, this dude got a lot of champions.
Yeah, but in the words of Shoe,
God.
it don't mean nothing because he ain't did nothing in WWE yet.
No,
but check this out. Mark my words, Keith Lee is going to be a name that you put on your list. Mark my words. There are some other signees right now, but on the one of the biggest free agents.
I'm kind of hating. I wish my resume was like that. Who are you, baby? I'm the international, well-known, 365, 7 days a week, 24 hours of the day.
That's how smooth he talk too, though.
Left, right. I put one foot in front of the other before I take a step back, but I don't never go backwards. Baby, I got championships. Hell yeah. I want to run down like a whole list. The Grammy nominated. I got 6 degrees in the field of math, science, technology. I want to run down a whole list.
That was amazing.
Next time somebody asks me something, I'm going to just run down a whole list of the coolest stuff I can think. Who are you? Oh,
I need you to
Pulitzer Prize winning, Oscar nominated.
So real quick.
Golden Globe.
Real quick. Before every show, I need you to write a promo or get the promo ready, and I need you to cut a promo. We're gonna have an introduction for yourself every week. Every week, we gonna call it the blink, and you're gonna cut the promo, and it's gonna be a part of your introduction. Cause I'm gonna introduce myself, but I'm gonna introduce you. And when just like I said, I'm gonna cut a promo on you. It's gonna be an introduction. But anyways, that's behind the scenes. Another potential NXT signing, Matt Riddle. People don't know where he's going. People don't know where he's going because he's a weed smoker.
Shout out.
The stinging in wrestling was, New Japan didn't want to have anything to. They didn't want to have anything to do with him because of the fact that he dabbles in the Mary Jane.
WWE's in the dabs.
WWE supposedly had the same policy, but somewhere in the middle it seems like
they got a weed tax is what it is, where they won't suspend you, but if you gonna hit them trees, bro, every time you fill a drug test, we gonna charge you like $4,500. He was like, if you pay me enough, I won't mind paying. I'll lay off.
That
but
low
at
key.
the same time, I read now companies are starting to stop testing for weed because they ain't gonna have nobody working for them.
Exactly, because most of these wrestlers are using marijuana to counteract the pain that they're in when they're wrestling. They're taking these bumps on the roads.
I have issue sleeping and I have an issue with my appetite.
Oh Lord!
I put on that voice from that Sorry to Bother You. Let me speak to Jonathan. Cardi, who is this? Oh, this is oh yes, absolutely. How are you?
Turn it on.
Your drug test? Oh, I can assure you. I was under the assumption, he was like, man, hell no, don't let that matter. I was like, man, we just passed the proposition, if I'm not mistaken, and I wasn't aware that there was a penalty for marijuana. He was like, hell no, nigga.
That does not matter. Yeah, but Matt Riddle.
Oh man,
Matt Riddle, one of the best actually, and is on WWE's radar. He's only been in the business for 4 years, and in 4 years he has made a name for himself, being the WWN champion at Evolve. I mean, I'm gonna just read off some of his accomplishments. Right now, he dabbled in first and foremost. He's the Ultimate Fighter was where we first saw Matt Riddle. Then he dabbled in UFC.
I mean, he really about it. See me in UFC, I'm here.
Yeah, his mixed martial arts records is he has 8 wins, 1 by knockout, 1 by submission, 5 by decision, 1 by disqualification, 3 losses.
Hey, he doing better than CM Punk.
And we probably won't.
CM Punk, come on, man.
We probably won't see that anymore.
CM Punk only had 2 matches, but he got 5 losses because he lost so bad.
Right.
Come on, man. Philip, call you by your government, Joe. It's over, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to wrestle, bro, we still like you, we support you. We're going to give you a pass. Ronda Rousey over here, maybe she can help you.
Mark my words. But, CM Punk isn't done in wrestling. He's not done in wrestling. He's gonna make his he's gonna show up somewhere. Rumor is he might show up at All In because he's gonna be doing a signing at the Pro Wrestling Tees down there. But we'll see. I'm not gonna put too much stock in it because that gets my hopes up. But we're not gonna pull from Matt Riddle just yet. He dabbled in UFC, but got suspended. He got suspended, I believe, because of the drug test, marijuana, of course. Bellator was the same, but he had been released from there, and then he did Titan UFC. From there, he jumped in the independent circle in 2014. He made his debut in October 2014. And from there, he's been.
Hey, man, I'm really hating on his resume, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta get more stuff.
No, I ain't even hit his championships though.
I ain't trying to hear it.
Check this out. So he was a UFC mixed martial arts. He was the UFC Fight of the Night champion, submission of the night champion. His pro wrestling, he has a 5-star wrestling. He was a 5-star tap or snap championship tournament.
5 stars.
Yeah, he was.
That's unofficial.
He's the Evolve champion currently, and he did the Hope 24/7 Hardcore Championship, Revolution Revolution Strong Style Tournament winner, KPW Tag Team Champion, Monster Factory Heavyweight Champion, ranked number 116 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 2017. He's the Progress Atlas Champion, King of Chaos Champion, PWG World Tag Champion one time with Jeff Cobb. If you don't know who Jeff Cobb is, look up the man Jeff Cobb and blow your mind. He was the Scenic City Invitational tournament winner, Style Battle winner, Westside Extreme Wrestling. He was the Wrestling Observer's Most Improved Wrestler in 2016. Westside Extreme
Cool
Wrestling. And the WWN champion before they went tanked. So if WWE picks up Matt Riddle, WWE is capitalizing on all these MMA superstars.
I'm telling you, man, these champions sound cool. I am the past, present, and former of all time. Do you know who I am? I am the full-time 5-star Pimp Slap of the Year award recipient. Like, you just gotta break this down to somebody. Like, damn, that sound cool. Girl, I am the scenic route best view out the driver's side window along PCH looking at the beach on a Sunday champion. Like,
I does this.
Oh man, that sounds cool as hell.
So
I feel
yeah,
like I gotta win the championship so I can tell it to people.
So yeah, that's the those are the signings right now. Those are NXT signings as well. Real quick, we're gonna jump into Evolution. We're getting to the end, guys. I know it's long, but if you don't like it, go listen somewhere else or cut it off. You don't have to listen to us. You could be doing something else. I mean, we don't care.
I'm entertaining as hell. You know it. Don't hate.
Matter of fact, we're doing this for us. This really isn't just.
I'm gonna listen to this in my.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't for you.
A whole lot,
you know,
I'm glorious.
I
am the intercontinental. I swear to God, I'm gonna be the champion.
He gonna be this guy. I'm telling you, I don't want to hear him until
my screensaver gonna be like 5 championships.
You know the way this is going. The way this is going, we might have something on Saturday. We might do something else. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of stuff going on in wrestling.
This is how I feel about Evolution, though. In all seriousness,
yes,
It's dope that they got all women's wrestling. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna say this. I've been watching all women programming on pay-per-view for a long time.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe he said that.
That was fine. That's what I do. Now that's
dirtiest podcaster in the game.
Like I feel like their rating is gonna be low, but I hope it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, I ain't consider because I feel like I'm not gonna watch all of this. I might catch some of it, but I mean, hopefully it's dope. You know what I'm saying? They got a minute to put on a good show, so we'll see.
Well, consensus is around the internet community is how are they going to work these storylines? You know, it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women.
I want to see everybody in the match, and they be all doing what they do. And Nia Jax come out like, hold up, everybody. Have you seen the video on the internet, bro, on Facebook, where it's this big chick?
You tagged me in it, and you commented Nia Jax's gift.
This big chick was putting heads. That's why I want to see Nia Jax doing wrestling. Just grab little people and beat them down. Yeah. And Google McDonald's fight.
Definitely. And if Nia Jax keeps selling to Alexa Bliss, she's just gonna keep ruining her career. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. But as far as Evolution, I agree with that consensus. To be honest with you, WWE is behind the bandwagon. There's been a bunch of women pay-per-views that have gone on.
Cool, that's all that matters. Yeah, bring her there, and I'm down.
TNA was prominent for putting their women up. The Knockouts, they had a Knockouts only pay-per-view a long time ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago maybe. It's been on pay-per-view with Gail Kim. It's funny because Gail Kim said she probably wouldn't show her face, but I think that's kind of stupid because if you're one of the prominent fixtures in women's wrestling, you should be trying to build women's wrestling on all fronts, especially if WWE has the capacity to build and they could, if they wanted to, build a weekly show like Glow for the women, where it's just strictly them.
Something, man.
They have a network for them. You can build these characters up. I put it out there. You got NXT on there. What's wrong with another wrestling promotion programming on there? You know, give the women something.
We need something, man.
Where they can, they can have tag titles. You got too many women tagging the Iconics. You have Sasha and Bailey doing tags right now. You have the women in NXT right now doing tag matches. It's a lot going on. They need belts to help solidify their characters too. So I hope Evolution is the first step to that. Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, and I believe Alexa Bliss were on the poster. Who's to say what's gonna happen? I'm gonna tie Mae Young Classic into this. There's a lot of new signings coming in from that. WWE signing Toni Storm. If you haven't looked up Toni Storm, she's like the Iggy Azalea of wrestling. The girl has hips for days. Those are hips in people's face, and just for lack of better words, just throw that booty around. It's pretty damn entertaining to say the least. She is officially a part of the Mae Young.
That's the kind of chick I need.
Toni Storm, TONI.
All these championships, and I'm gonna run up. Baby, you don't know who I am. I am the hip grabbing, hip thrusting, get behind you, pull your hair, intercontinental.
Hey, dirtiest podcaster in the game.
Let me holler at you on a Saturday, 11:45. Girl, look at all these belts I got right here. If you put out 4 belts on the chick, she can't help but go with you. I'm gonna be in the club with championship belts on.
Yeah, Toni Storm.
I'm gonna have one on my waist. I'm gonna have one on each shoulder. And I'm gonna have one around my neck.
Lord have mercy.
Who wanna fight? Brother Champ is here tonight.
Lord,
be the champion.
Dirty. Yes, podcaster in the game. But yeah, Toni Storm. Toni Storm was added to the Mae Young Classic, which is dope. Which makes me think that it's gonna be pretty interesting to see who they're gonna try to showcase, who's gonna stick around, because they did get rid of a lot of women. They kept a few, Dakota Kai to name a few. Who else did they keep? They kept Kairi Sane. A lot of women they kept, a lot of women they didn't. This week it looks like they signed Puerto Rican luchadora Zuxis from CMLL. They signed Isla Dawn. She worked at NXT UK shows in London. 30-year-old Lacey Lane, former basketball player. Trained with Bubba Ray Dudley. I didn't know where to go with that.
Bubba Ray.
Yeah, Bubba Ray. Shout out WWE Hall of Famer Bubba Ray.
Got the greatest speech therapist ever, because that man had a bad stutter and then he lost it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Whoever that lady is, or person needs some bread.
And shout out to your work. Shout out to your work in Ring of Honor right now, Bubba. You doing your thing over there.
The white man's name.
Putting down all the independent, up and coming independent wrestlers, and putting over that you're a WWE Hall of Famer, and just getting over. It's beautiful. But yeah, Lacey Lane, and then Karen Q, and was signed. So now our group is, our competitors, a list of 19. We got Caitlyn, former WWE Divas Champion Caitlyn, who's making her comeback. Casey Catanzaro, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, Nicole Matthews, Jenny, Deonna Purrazzo, who's an independent star. Tegan Knox, Jessica Elabon, Reina Gonzalez, Kavita Devai making her second comeback. Mia Yim making another round, and this her second year. Mercedes Martinez, second year. Killer Kelly, Crystal, and that Killer Kelly, she's dope. And the other 4 we just named. So women's wrestling is definitely making its comeback, and it's making its stand.
Need Michelle McCool to be there.
And you know what, Michelle McCool, if you're listening to this, if anybody listens to this that can get in touch with Michelle McCool, she would be the catalyst to get all these young women over. To come out and put them down, just to be the heel of all women heels, she would be able to do it. Guys, we're at number 1. And number 1 is a pretty serious topic. Since we're an all-black cast of podcasters over here, we ourselves, we take this very seriously.
We coming for you.
It's been common knowledge that as of the day of Extreme Rules, which was about a week or 2 ago, as of this recording of this podcast, that Hulk Hogan was reinstated into the Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame, after a suspension of 3 years. Mm-hmm. It was said that he also went backstage. He was backstage at Extreme Rules.
Dirty old man out here having sex on tape.
And addressed the entire locker room.
Come on, brother.
Our locker room is very our locker room is very diverse. in culture, but it's prominent African American males that is in our locker room, and male and female. One of which is Titus O'Neil. Now I'm gonna just go back really
Titus
quickly.
O'Neil wasn't having it.
He wasn't. But it started with the New Day, and give me 1 second.
Titus O'Neil, so like he was dignified, but in a petty way. Like I heard he got his stuff. Like I'm out of here then. So
Yeah.
It was a big news for a couple of days. They're like, yeah, I heard Titus O'Neil was pissed off. He got on.
Yeah,
So he released a statement, but it was so cold in the statement where he didn't even call him Hulk Hogan.
He called him Terry. Huh?
It's been some news on the internet the past few days that Titus.
Wait, hold on. Before we get in time, we got to paint the picture for everybody.
Yeah, man.
And this was it was issues. There was issues with the whole situation via Mark Henry, because Mark Henry had been talking about it before he got reinstated. He was saying it was a mixed view backstage. So it was saying Kofi, and this is reported by Ryan Satin from Pro Wrestling Sheet. Kofi Kingston released a lengthy statement on behalf of New Day in regards to how they feel about Hulk Hogan's apology to the WWE locker room, stating they won't associate with the wrestling legend until genuine effort to change is made. As we previously reported, Hogan met with the wrestlers backstage at Extreme Rules. According to James Ellsworth, ironic that James Ellsworth would be the one to break this news. Hogan apologized for the racial slurs, because apparently on James Ellsworth, he has a podcast. They asked him about it. He brought it up.
You trying to get the bread?
Yeah, hey, no shame in his game. He was caught saying Hogan apologized for the racial slurs. Hulk also reminded those in attendance that he didn't know he was being recorded at the time.
That don't make it okay. All right, hey, look.
Hold on. So Mark Henry has said there's currently a divide amongst black wrestlers over the backstage apology, describing it's a 50-50 split. Now, the most prominent black tag team in wrestling have responded by writing a statement in which they admit to being indifferent towards the Hogan apology. Their statement can be read in full and I read, it quotes, "To the WWE Universe and whoever else it may concern, this will be the only statement we will make regarding Hogan's reinstatement into WWE's Hall of Fame. We do not wish to spend the energy debating the point, because between our kids, our external ventures, and this job," and I like how they put "and this job," like this is a job, "our energy is spread thin enough already. LOL. There's a little pettiness in there. We are only writing this simply to provide an answer to the many who have bombarded us with the question on where we stand on the issue. We preface this statement by emphasizing that this is our own opinion and may not necessarily reflect the opinion of anyone else affected. How do we feel? Indifferent. We are not happy or sad, angry, or resentful. Who WWE puts into the Hall of Fame is totally and completely up to the company, and from a career standpoint, there is no argument on whether or not Hogan should have his place. That I don't disagree with. We have no problem with his reinduction in the slightest degree. It is impossible to even begin to mention that the history and evolution of the business without mentioning his name and accolades. On a personal level, when someone makes a racist and hateful comments about any race or group of people, especially to the degree that Hogan made about our people, we find it difficult to simply forget, regardless of how long ago it was or the situation in which those comments were made. But we also do not respond with more feelings of hate. Instead, we just do not associate with the people who convey or have conveyed this negative and hurtful mindset. They further go on to say, having said that, his reinstatement won't change anything for us. It will have zero effect on our ability to perform or the level of effort he will put into doing what we love to do, and that is to deliver an entertaining product each week from our fan base. And that's, I mean, somebody had to say something on the level of being indifferent. But it's as you say, Titus O'Neil, it makes a stand up where he doesn't agree with it.
He walked away,
at all.
Got on, and then he was like, "Look, Mr. Belil."
Yep.
He didn't call bro Hulk Hogan.
Nope.
Hey, look, this is how I feel, man. Straight up. Hulk Hogan, you foul, bro.
Straight up.
We don't even really, like, it's kids that watch wrestling growing up, they probably don't even really know who Hulk Hogan is no more, bro. Like, The Rock is probably the biggest thing ever associated with wrestling. Hulk Hogan, we can get you up out of there, bro.
Right. And I mean, the incident makes him eat.
No more, man. You tell me to say my prayers to eat my vitamins, bro, was a lie.
Yeah.
That whole time you was calling me a nigga, my nigga.
Yeah, straight up.
Come on, Hulk Hogan, bro.
And the incident itself, it makes him easily removable from anybody's Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Hulk Hogan, in the words of Booker T, we coming for you, nigga.
Yeah, but Booker T stands with him. But He does. It's a tricky subject because he wasn't. He didn't know he was. He didn't know
he didn't even hit it with the A.
He hit it with the ER. I know. It was rough.
Come on.
And the thing is he didn't know that he was recorded. But it's at that point when you get a chance to, when you have a chance or an opportunity, or even somebody gives you a picture view into somebody's life and how they live it.
All that, man.
You know, that's how you felt.
Check it out. This Hope, I got you right now, man. Like straight up, you put me with a lot of moments, entertainment in my life.
Yeah.
If you do this, you probably be square with it. You got to remake the No Holds Barred movie with Debo, but you gotta let Debo wash you.
You gotta let Debo go over. Debo got to get over.
Debo got to give you the hands. If I see Debo give Hulk Hogan, that's the only way I can give Hulk Hogan if he remake that movie. Yeah. Debo smashing.
Yeah.
Rip. That was your name in the book, Rip. Yeah. Debo got to just come through it and just hit you with the rip, man.
Straight up. Real quick.
I know you ain't gonna do that, Hulk Hogan. I can't mess with you no more, dog.
Right.
The Rock is probably, when I think about wrestling, I think about The Rock. I don't ever think about Hulk Hogan no more.
Yeah. Man, so. And even then, when you think about Hulk Hogan, you think about that match The Rock had with him and how he beat him. So,
but about Hulk Hogan, I think about Macho Man. Dog.
Yeah,
and that handshake, they was both on Hogan.
Oh yeah,
that was an epic handshake.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Hulk Hogan clips on YouTube, but I ain't trying to see Hulk Hogan in wrestling no more. Like it's just a wrap. Man.
Yeah. Titus O'Neil had this to say. He was a recent guest on Busted Open Radio.
What?
Yeah, he was on Busted Open. You never?
No.
I mean, dude, that's
I'm just being petty.
I know you did, but remember going in Raw? I mean. Shout out to Steven Larson. I mean, that's really who got me. Shout out to Jay Blink who got me on the Steven Larson, who got me on.
Man, I'm gonna just stop talking.
Just
3 minutes.
Yeah, you're enjoying yourself right now. You're enjoying yourself. You got to put a boundary level on you. But anyway, on Busted Open Radio with Bubba Ray Dudley and Dave LaGreca, Titus O'Neil was on there, and this is courtesy of WrestleZone. He said, I think I pretty much summed up everything in my statement that I posted on Twitter and Instagram. Obviously, that statement was circulated through various media outlets, but at the end of the day, the company made a decision. I support the decision. I actually support having one of the most iconic figures in WWE history, in Hulk Hogan, being made in the WWE Hall of Fame. What I don't support is the apology. And this is what seems to be having rubbed most of all the wrestlers the wrong way. You alive, bro?
Yeah, and I'm chilling. I don't want to say nothing because I was over here being petty with my comments.
I was about to say, I saw that gangster lean. I didn't know. Y'all, audience, if you would have seen how Jay Blink, he had this deep gangster lean.
If I sit here, I'm going to say something crazy.
Okay.
I really want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, so it says, he said, what I don't support is the apology, which was the issue with a lot of people backstage. Supposedly, when he apologized, it wasn't like, that's not how I feel about people. It was just more so like, I didn't know I was being recorded. So it was just trying to like get over the fact that I didn't know I was being recorded. If I knew I was being recorded.
You know what I meant.
Yeah. So I mean, just because you didn't know you was being recorded, that don't mean you saying you wouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. It never should have been said. If you would have came to them as that's something that I had no business saying, I apologize. If you never. Keep saying you got to let go of that excuse, Hulk. If you want to get over and you want to get over the bridge with your colleagues and the wrestlers in the company that you're ambassadoring for and everything, get over the you didn't know. We know you didn't know you were recorded. We're dealing with your view.
This is how the apology went. Hey, bitch, can you line everybody up?
Yep.
Because of my
wait, do it again.
Bitch, can you line everybody up, brother?
What do you need to do, Hulk?
I'm going to apologize.
Well, if you're going to apologize to him, Hulk, make sure you let them know that you didn't know you're being recorded.
Look here, brothers. Because of my First Amendment right, I reserve the right to call you brothers niggers. Now, it's my right to call a nigga my nigga. So, get over it, brother. I didn't know I was being recorded. So, you probably see my whole role. I can talk niggas.
That was tremendous.
I really think that's what that nigga
said. That was tremendous.
We gotta cut this part out. Clip.
No, it's in there. I don't care. But the way that they make it seem is like that's how it happened. Like I have my First Amendment right. I mean, my opinion is my opinion. I didn't know I was being recorded, and it's like, dude, that's not an apology. That's a justification. And that's not. And I'll finish Titus' statement in saying, what I don't support is the apology that was given in regards to the words and the actions that he exhibited years ago. To me, when you have true remorse, being sorry about something is pretty simple. You don't have to be prepped to say certain things, and you definitely don't want to make excuses. And I feel like the inconsistencies from the time that it came out to last week were so across the board. Sitting there was just uncomfortable for me. I want to give the character Hulk Hogan a chance. And I want to give the man Terry Bollea a chance to redeem himself. Not just for his minority fans, but for the people that don't have the same mindset. I guess from a personal standpoint, when there were not many heroes on television at 41 years old today, I can honestly say that Hulk Hogan was not only a hero to me, but many other minorities. With the words that he spoke.
Do you know how many whoopings I got because of you tearing t-shirts?
Man.
I mean, white beaters I done ripped up in my day, dog.
It says,
whoop my ass. Well, then what you just ripped that shirt up for? Hulk Hogan? Hell no. We'll whoop you at Hulk Hogan ass, man. Come on, man. I ate Hulk Hogan ice cream, bro. Come on, man.
He says, he goes on to say, with the words that he spoke, he truly let a lot of folks down. Both black and white and everything in between. I feel like when you make that type of mistake, it's not just for the time being, but it's for generations of people, both past and present, that you're trying to make amends to. I feel like when you come in a genuine sense that you should wait, hold on, is this a typo? I feel like when you come in a genuine sense that you should do so. Yeah, there's a typo that you should do that with no excuses whatsoever. Yeah, no, his typing was Bill Pritchard. Get it together, from WrestleZone. Yeah, but I agree with them. If you have to say you didn't know you were being recorded, there's no sincerity in any of that. And
nope.
We're not gonna beat a dead horse because that Hogan horse is definitely dead. But I'm all for Hulk Hogan coming out and Titus O'Neil giving him a big boot in the leg drop, and that'll make amends for me.
I done turned in my Hulkamaniac license a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
I done gave my card back.
Oh yeah, they can keep it. They can definitely keep it. Guys,
I'm one of the millions
and millions
of the people.
Yeah.
When The Rock dropped that elbow, it's for me. It's the people's elbow.
Not for you.
Straight up.
It's for me. Well, guys, it's been a hell of a podcast. We're an hour and 30 and counting. Thanks for keeping up with us. Stay tuned. We'll probably be back to balance out these episodes because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a lot of stuff going on in wrestling right now today. A lot of moves being made. The G1 is going on. I'm trying to get Blink to take a couple of look at these matches right now. Kenny Omega is wrestling in a G1 tournament with a broken heel.
Man.
And wrestling, not defending his title, but defending the number one contendership for his title.
I heard about that.
Yeah, he got a fractured heel.
But he's still wrestling?
He wrestled tomorrow, and he wrestled that. He wrestled.
Oh, imagine he be wrestling for like 40 minutes,
bro.
Damn.
Yeah,
and Brock Lesnar can't show up.
And he can't show up.
Come on, man.
Yeah, bro. So
Brock Lesnar, I am the all-time burgundy wearing. I got on gray sweats and a Spider-Man t-shirt. International. I live on 110th Street, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Man.
Yeah.
Wait till I get these championships and I start running this resume.
It's
off.
okay. We gonna get the
man
promos in order.
Broken heel, bro. You can't even show up to Raw,
man. So yeah, shout out to Kenny Omega, Kenny the Cleaner, the best bout machine as he likes to be called. I hope you get a chance to take some time out and heal that foot. But we already know when you work in New Japan, you work in strong style. When you have that IWGP Heavyweight Championship, all eyes are on you, and Target is definitely on your back. That locker room is hungry. When you have the likes of Okada, you have the likes of Juice Robinson, you have the likes of Naito, and all these other wrestlers. You have coming in today trying to take these spots. Kenny Omega, get better. Guys, that's gonna wrap up another episode of the Looow Down Podcast. We thank you for rolling with us today. Shout out to Derek Keys. You suck.
Like your outfits, bro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get some fashion file, tickets, citations.
You suck.
You in violation.
Yeah.
Or something right now as we speak.
Yeah. Every chance we get, we're gonna.
Derek seems like the kind of dude that'll go buy new shoes. They have dirty socks when the man take off his shoe.
Yeah. Derek will never.
After your thighs, give me a little 11.
Yeah.
Take off his. Ah, damn, sir, your sock is dirty.
Sir, can you put this tester on? Put this tester sock on.
Guy,
Derek's the guy that they give the tester sock to because his sock be too dirty.
They get a nigga in shirt socks to try on tennis shoes. Then he probably got they give him the nylon sock.
Every chance we get, we're gonna bury Derek Lewis. Derek, we're gonna bury you every chance. You'll never be on this show. We shout you out for creating the intro, but yeah, you'll never be on. Guys, that's gonna do it for us today. That's gonna do it today. Do it for us on the Lowdown. Thanks for rolling with us. Stay tuned for the next episode and keep it locked in on
The Lowdown.